The system is broken. By that I mean our political system. Of course, our government's broken. It's when you can't trust what's happening. You can't trust the results because you think somebody has meddled in it and cheated, manipulated, however you want to put it, the system. It's broken. What you end up with is that when one side wins, the other side cries, "Oh, they cheated! Oh, that." Then the other side wins. The other side whines that they've cheated and manipulated and done whatever. And then nobody trusts anybody, especially when you have races like Kari Lake and Katie Hobbs, where Katie Hobbs is in charge of running the election. And she didn't recuse herself. I mean, if a judge has a case brought up in front of them that they have personal interest in, they recuse themselves, as far as I know, most of the time. If you have a personal vested interest in what's happening, you shouldn't be a part of the tallying of it or the mechanical workings of it. But the system's broken. You've got the left and the right. They are like the 3-year-olds fighting over the last cookie. No holds barred, whining, crying, kicking, screaming. Nothing's off the table to get that last cookie. And then, even funnier, is that there'd be like two Joe Bidens fighting each other. You got these two things throwing punches, throwing haymakers at each other, missing by a mile, while sputtering garbled nonsense at each other. And then both fall down and have to take a nap because they ran out of juice. And it gets quiet for a bit. And then Donald Trump decides to run again for president. Should he? Yeah, I don't care. Let him. Will he lose? I'll tell you one thing the left has perfected, and that's gaming the system. Is it illegal? I don't know. Is it fair? Used to say what's fair or not fair anymore. Is it a moral thing? You know, honor has gone out the window when it comes to politics. There's no honor. There's the money funneled into it. What can that money buy? What kind of stories can that money buy? And can they get away with the lies? And they'll tell a lie, or they'll tell a story. They'll frame it a certain way, put it out there, let it run until it gets caught, and then take it off. And as we all know, the first 24, 48 hours of an ad that's out there, it doesn't matter if it's a lie or not, people will believe it. And then it's like how the media does retractions, just ask Project Veritas, that when they run a story, they put whatever crap they can put out in that story, get it out there in the first 24 hours so people read it, and then print a page 12 retraction. Going, oops, we screwed up. Well, that's politics. They tell these lies. They lie completely about Trump just to get their people frothing at the mouth in hatred. You know, before he became president, I mean, people loved him. On both sides, people loved him. What did he do? He was friends with the Clintons, gave money to Clintons. I mean, they're all cut from the same cloth. And they all get their money from the same people. Not surprise, right? They get all their money from the same exact people. OpenSecrets.org. Go check it out. Follow the money. They all get their money from the same people. From the same PACs, super PACs. They might be Republican PACs or Democrat PACs, but I bet you there's money going into each one of those from the same. I wouldn't mind if PACs go away, but I'm not in charge. So the system's broken. They're all bought and paid for by the same money. So they have to follow a certain agenda. And so you see the establishment types out there yelling and screaming at each other. You know, Pelosi, whoever, you know, Mitch McConnell, be sitting there like if they're worst enemies. And once the lights turn off and the doors close, they go have a drink with each other and slap each other on the back and wish each other well. And how's yours doing? How's yours doing? You know, it's like they're the best of friends. Because they know in the end, they're financed by the same people. They're only looking out for themselves. They might make it look like they have interest in the people, but they don't. You get people in there that actually try to work for us, the people, and they get neutered completely. So the system's broken. Nobody trusts it. I don't trust any politicians. There's a handful that I have a little bit of trust in. Rand Paul. You know, as far as I'm concerned, he's the cleanest guy in Washington, D.C., but I'm sure somewhere there's something that isn't so clean. I don't know. He gets donations from all the same people. Maybe he doesn't feel like he owes them anything, but so how do we fix it? I don't think there's a fix. I don't think there's an honest fix to be had. Can we make it better? I think we can make it better. Pass more useless laws, I guess. You know, you got one side wants to filibuster, one side doesn't want it, and then the whole story flips. And then the one side that didn't want it wants it, the one side that wanted it doesn't want it. I mean, it's crazy. I can make all the analogies in the world, but I think everybody understands it in the end. So Trump runs. If he wins, they neuter him. They'll do exactly like what they did in his first term. They will put all the roadblocks in place, and he'll never get anything done. They'll lie about him. I'm sure they'll impeach him. If not once, twice. They'll find something. If he doesn't win, and say we get Biden, boy howdy, the roller coaster is going to take a big dump on us. If they put somebody else up, I don't know who that would be. There's a couple people that they might throw out there, but they're probably worse than Biden on the issues, and probably not much smarter and not much more elegant. Rand Paul would be an awesome choice for president. That's all I'm saying. He's the kind of guy that would shut up and do his job. DeSantis, he's going to stay governor. I don't see what positive thing he has to go become president when he's the center of the solar system of Florida. Why would he? I mean, he's got it made in the shade in Florida. And doing a fine job, I will say. He's part of the establishment. Well, there's never been a member of the establishment that's ever done better than what he's doing. So if he's part of the establishment took a right turn at Albuquerque and became something worthwhile. I think that's just people not happy about him being who he is, I guess. Okay, long enough. Thank you for watching. Until next time.